right. But, never to fear. There is a congresswoman who used to be the head of Health and Human Services. She's got a strategy for dealing with this. And I'm sure that even those of us who are on very different sides of, say, a coup-mongering in Venezuela would really very much like to hear what someone like Donna Shalala, who's a former university president and the former head of Health and Human Services, have to say in this time of crisis.
Gravitas.
I would like a little gravitas and expertise, please. Take it away, Congresswoman Shalala.
Mr. Chairman,
This is my fight.
Oh my God. It's not sicko mode, but it's good.
This guy literally just talked about a Travis Scott song.
Mr. Chairman, I have a completely different take on this bill. I think it's a mental health bill.
All right.
I'm going to need a mental health bill watching you do your
exactly.
job.
It's a mental health bill.
Yeah. Please, can you give me a mental health bill? Okay, this is how big all right, I'm going to indulge in generational politics for a second. These people are such fucking sociopaths that they go out and actually, because it's been being debunked. Bernie actually has upticked the youth vote. It's just that it's been exceeded by their grandparents and parents running out in droves.
Normie ass never Trumpers.
Yeah, to want to kill us, to ensure that we have an uninhabitable planet. And by the way, as Bernie pointed out yesterday, we're not even just talking about people in their 20s and 30s, like people in their 40s. It is a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, our eggs are getting old.
It is a bunch of assholes sitting around being like, I remember when Jill went acoustic. Oh, that could never happen. Sorry, voting for Joe Biden. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And the only thing that they can do, the only thing that they've got, by the way, I'm sure after, certainly dismissing rap in the most racist, embarrassing terms for decades, what they do now, this is I'm totally forgetting the name of that movie, but the boomers are body harvesting us. They are simultaneously trying to kill all of us with the politicians and policies and markets they support, but then they also want to harvest our culture so that the chairman could say it's not as good as sicko mode. We're talking about Travis Scott. Katy Perry was already the Hillary Clinton thing. Okay,
I think that was
what, guys?
Someone else.
Look, hashtag not all boomers, but wow, on a generational level. Wow.
I mean, that's an understatement.
Get out of your fucking asses to go.
In world...
If you think it's bad right now, just wait
God.
until this general election when Biden and Trump are challenging each other to push-up contests and like deadlifts and talking about who drives a cooler car. Like, it's going to happen. Like, I blame us in showing them what memes were at some point and them just being like, oh, whatever. Cool.
Yeah, you whining about no public health infrastructure, and I'm just like, okay. Boomers.
I mean, as far as like the generational story.
And Gen X too. Gen X sucks.
Like,
they're not out of this either. Okay? The people, you missed the cutoff. You're in your 50s, and you're on a lot of these slots too. Like, well, I thought that Bernie Sanders. Fuck all of you.
Yeah, they're bad.
I mean, the way that class has been expressed through post-war generations is very profound and identifiable in election results.
Yeah, I mean, normally I say like, oh, hating boomers or older people is really the class hatred of fools, but I think
that's
in
anti-Semitism
some
too.
cases, these things do take on a generational character. And if you look at who's doing most of the work right now, it's people under 45. And if you look at who's more likely to own all the property, it's people older than that. So yeah, I guess we can combine multiple things into one and say this class conflict has a generational character.
I would say it does.
But not all boomers. I love my parents.
Not all boomers. I don't know your parents, but I mean, obviously, of course. I mean, honestly,
my boomers are traitors to their class.
There's people
my parents are traitors to their class and their generation by supporting Bernie.
I actually honestly feel the worst for people who tried to hold the flame from that generation. Because they've been trying.
Shout out to Peter Feld. Best boomer I know.
I was trying to respond to Donna Shalala by playing "Hit 'Em Up" by Tupac, but I realize that I'm indulging myself too much. Okay, all right.